Welcome back to the channel and thanks for watching. In today's video I want to cover the 9-speed front wheel drive transmission found in some Chrysler and Jeep model vehicles. Now the ZF built unit is known as the ZF9HP48, while the Chrysler built unit is known as the 948TE. Today we're going to discuss the transmission service. Now Mopar ZF 8 and 9-speed transmission fluid is recommended. It's a feel for life fluid. Because this unit came out as early as 2015, most models now have acquired over 100,000 miles. So most customers are adamant about changing the fluid and the filter. In this video I will show what's required to do just that. So let's get started. Now guys, first thing offhand, as you know, in order to change the transmission filter, the transmission has to be removed from the car. Now, so this particular video, I want to cover doing the transmission service. Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, in order to remove the transmission filter, first you have to remove the transmission pan and the valve body. Okay. So let's get this pan and the valve body removed. It's fairly simple. Just remove all the bolts connecting the pan to the transmission. Simply press the connector down to remove it. Let's just lay this pan over to the side. From there, we have to get the valve body removed. Remove all the torque screws securing the valve body to the transmission. Slightly pry the valve body apart from the transmission. Now guys, we have to remove the speed sensor connector and the transmission range sensor guide pin connector. Now simply lay this complete unit over to the side. We had to remove this in order to remove the bell housing. Now if you haven't already done so, let's go ahead and remove the torque converter. Now with the torque converter removed, you can now remove all the bell housing bolts connecting the bell housing to the transmission case. Carefully pry the bell housing away from the transmission. Remove the complete bell housing assembly away from the transmission. And there you have it guys, we have just gained access to the transmission filter. As you can see, this is an extremely hard job to do. Remove the transmission tube. Now you can remove the torque screw securing the transmission filter to the case. So there you have it guys. This is the transmission filter you will have to place in the event you want to do a transmission service. As you can see, the magnets are extremely saturated with clutch debris. Okay, so is it time? I would say so. But be careful guys, that clutch debris could have came from the torque converter. So you might want to consider a recondition while you're in it. Alright, I will add some bonus video coverage concerning the 9-speed transmission now.
Welcome back to the channel. Real quick, I want to talk real quick. This is a 2017 Jeep Cherokee with the 9-speed transmission, man. There's been a lot of debate, a lot of discussions on whether you can service this 9-speed transmission. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you like this. Can you service? Can you do a transmission service on a 9-speed? Depends on your definition of service. Now, normal people definition of transmission service is replace the fluid and the filter. Drop the pan, replace the filter, and add new fluid. Okay, if that's your definition of trans service, then yes, you can service your transmission, but should you? Or can you personally do it? I don't think so. And the only reason is because you have to remove the transmission in order to replace the filter. That's right, man. Take a look at these images. The transmission has to come out in order to replace the filter. Now, if your definition of transmission service is simply drain of old fluid and put in new fluid, then sure, you can do that. They give you a drain plug to do that. It's a drain plug on the bottom of the transmission. Simply crack open the drain plug, let all the fluid come out, and add new fluid. But be aware, adding fluid it can get complicated. So be sure and follow the recommended procedures. So that's it's a touchy subject, man. They said it's a feel for life unit. You shouldn't have to even change your fluid. Now, one of the main reasons they recommend you go ahead and change it is if the fluid has been contaminated, meaning somebody accidentally put coolant in it or brake fluid or something like that. But other than that, if your fluid not contaminated or you got water in it or anything like that, you have no reason to change your transmission fluid, 9-speed transmission fluid, according to Chrysler. Okay? Again, drain and fill, you can easily do that. But why would you if they design it to... It's hard to really design fluid not to break down, because over time anything break down. But in their eyes, this is a feel for life, and it should never need service under normal conditions. All right. So, and besides, there's not many repairs we can do to these transmissions except replace the valve body here at the dealership. I'm at the dealership, and there's only so many repairs that even we can do. And one of them is the valve body. Okay. So I got a video out on that. You can watch that later on. But that's all I got, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all about transmission service on the Cherokee. They put these in a lot of, they put the 9-speed in a lot of different cars, but mainly this Cherokee. No, you can't. You can, but you can't. You can't because the transmission has to come out. I don't know anybody that's willing to take their transmission out just to replace the filter. Okay, now if it's contaminated, then yeah. All right, I don't want this video to be long, so thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Welcome, man. I finally got my authorization from Chrysler to replace the valve body. I need a valve body. Make sure y'all watch part 1 to find out why I need a valve body. All right, so without further ado, man, let's get straight to it. Let's get this valve body replaced. All right, first thing we want to do is to drain as much fluid as possible, as much as you can get out. Next, let's keep it going, man. Let's get this transmission fan off, because what we're going to need to do now is turn this harness connector counterclockwise and use a suitable pry bar to remove the retaining clip. From there, just push the connector down. Now we can remove the transmission pan. All right, it's time for the valve body bolts. I think there's a total of 10 torque bit valve body bolts holding it on. Let's get all of them removed, because what we're going to do now is grab a suitable pry bar, and we're going to slowly but surely pry the valve body off of the transmission case. Now, don't be too alarmed. Some of the transmission tubes, transfer tube may come out with it. That's perfectly okay. We will just assemble them on the new valve body when we get to the table. All right. Now, slowly, it's not time to take the valve body out completely yet, because what we're going to have to do now is remove the mounting screw holding the transmission range sensor. All right. Now, I had to end up using a real thin T27 torque. Okay, let's get that out the way. Now, we need to remove the mounting screw holding the speed sensor. Okay, it's also a torque bit. Once we get that unscrewed, you need to slowly but surely and gently pull the speed sensor connector out of its place. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, it's simply time to remove the complete valve body. All right, take that to a nice clean area, clean surface, clean table, because what we're going to do now is just simply transfer the transmission wire harness to the new valve body, all right? There's nothing to it. I think it's held on by 3 torque bits, torque screws, all right? So here's my brand new 9-speed valve body, all right? Just simply get this unwrapped, set it on the table. Like I said, remove the transmission wiring harness from the old valve body. Simply connect it to the new valve body. And we're almost there, y'all. Simply install the 3 screws holding the wiring harness onto the valve body. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You have just replaced your 9-speed transmission valve body. Well, see, I told you, man, it wasn't that bad. I got the valve body replaced. Quick learn, learn all the adapters, test drove. Car is perfect. Check the fluid properly. Fluid got to be checked properly. I got another video. Well, I'll make a video on that, checking fluid properly, all right? But other than that, this car is a wrap, man. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.